A big thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, and a big thanks to all of these donators of $5 or more. Gloomy Horse, Anenthusiast, Willie Davenport, and Vlad Tepish 3176. You all helped make these episodes possible. Howdy, Insufferable Gaming fans. Your old pal Rosser here with some more of The Messenger. Last time, we made it to level 5 or 6 of The Messenger. Oh, right. I should probably help to make sure that people got that joke. You see, when he made that joke, this was on screen. I want you to all look at this. Soak in the glory. Make sure you watch it very closely. And then try to understand the subtleties of that joke. Alright, enough of that. Wait, I want to see where Wheatstone's going with this. Ah, damn it, you're not supposed to tell him. Alright, so, we made it through the Quill Shroom Marsh shit place with the mushrooms last time. Congratulations, you made it to the base of the mountain. Almost there. Do you know what this means? I don't know, does it mean you have another dialogue trap for me? What? Oh, so you're just gonna try and steal my character like that? I guess you think you deserve a prize. No. Well, you do. Plus, you will never be able to make the climb without the rope dart. The rope dart? Don't overthink it, everyone will probably end up calling it the grappling hook anyway. Here. You got the rope dart. Shit yeah. Press B to throw. Try it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. Need anything? Hell yeah. So, thanks for the rope dart? Oh, did you think that was an awkward interaction? You could say that. Clearly you never had to tell your boss that your little experiment went wrong, permanently impacting one of your colleagues. Hey, I heard that. Anyways, you can use it on rings, lanterns, walls, and enemies. Go nuts! About that monk. It is as I feared. Circle. Wheatstone. Yes, I too needed B to be translated. It is actually the circle button. Because believe me, I have a lot of trouble translating Xbox buttons to PS buttons. So like, A, B, X, Y. I know that won't sink in, but that's the gist of it. Yeah, it is indeed as I feared. Our most promising messenger did not die, but instead was cursed forever. She became the Queen of Quills. How did that happen? Even when to that poor girl. This is a sad tale for another time. Any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. It's a story I once told the guy who hooked me up with music for my shop. There once was a village struggling to figure out who the werewolf was. People kept dying every full moon, and very gorily at that. One day, a brave young couple decided to venture into the woods. He would be the hunter, and she the bait. As one would expect from such a cliched setting, they got separated, and our hunter faced off alone against the beast near a cliff. After 15 minutes of a literal uphill battle, the hunter managed to chop off the werewolf's paw with his axe. just as it was attempting to choke him. The hunter then ran for his life, severed paw still clutched to his throat. By the time he got home, the sun was up and he found his fiancée bleeding, also badly wounded. The paw in his throat had reverted to its human form, and that moment he noticed it was wearing a ring he had purchased a few days ago. The end. Whoa, that was spooky. I'm still looking for a title. Any suggestions? How about The Werewolf Bride? Wow, great idea. Really? No, not really. You put the reveal in the title. Okay, so I now have a rope dart, which is definitely not something that I'm just going to call the grappling hook. This completes our range of mobility. Now, I should be able to use the full range of the shit that I'm used to using. That being said, I'll probably still screw up a lot. Because this does not by any means make things easier on me. Just cause. Well, maybe Rico from Just Cause, not quite Rad Spencer though. Now, if he had Rad Spencer style grappling hookery, then we'd be getting somewhere. Unfortunately, it is a linear grappling hook, and, well, it's not a grappling hook at all, it's a rope dart. Which is completely not a grappling hook. It's different. Completely different. Also, my ear is now itchy. Much better. So much more mobility options. Oh yeah, I'm coming for you. Yeah, mud golem that looks like he's listening to some kick-ass music. Shit! I knew I'd done fucked up as soon as I done fucked up. Right. Moving this way, and the up. Onwards, ever upwards, whirling, twirling, spinning towards glory. What do you got to say, my buddy, my dude, my friend? Nothing. Alright. We're exhausting our dialogue options sooner and sooner these days. Which is great if you hate dialogue. Oh, I'll touch the cabinet again. Heck! Hold that off out of the fire. I'll touch the cabinet again, but spoiler alert, I've already done a lot of cabinet touching, and for now that's all the witty cabinet dialogue we're gonna get. Alas. Shit. I lost focus. Or you could have watched your step. Yeah. You could have watched your mouth, you one-eyed jerk-ass. Also, which way was I going? To the left? To the right? Okay. Does anyone remember which way I was going from here? Was it left or right? Wrong way, Rosser, indeed. I was going right. Thank you. I appreciate that. This was pertinent information. We got this. We got this. Oh. We've got ourselves a bonus area. I have done fucked up the bonus area. But fortunately, there was a save point. If someone's watching, you can pretend you just wanted to show them how I always have random contextual insults when you die. Duly noted. Really? I see what you did there. For fuck's sake, come on, me. I don't even have to do this. There we go. It was all about focusing on the timing. Yeah! You don't give up. You smash that thing, fool. Mr. T knows what's up. Because Mr. T is an outstanding gentleman. Yes, the cabinet is in fact up. I always gotta go in there just to see if there's anything new. Like that. And that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. I'm kidding. Oh, you killed me. It's a vicious cycle. We can't all just get along. That would be too much to ask. Yeah. Fuck a doodle doo. Okay. Yoink. And get there from here. Go this way. Bounce off of that. Get some of this. And move that away, and we get it. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we should have some, hey, how about the boss info? Looks like the boss is up. Surely you mean the bosses. Bosses? Bosses. The bosses are up. I need to fight more than one boss here? Well, technically it's more like personal training than an actual fight. What? Don't let me ruin it. Go see for yourself. Alright. To the that way. Another day, another stew simmering. My man. Oh yeah. Mountain life is a blast, but I miss seeing adventurers pass by. I hear ya. Remember humans? You bet I do. They were almost as interesting as obvious foreshadowing. Oh look, a human. Who would have thought? Yo, Colas, check this little guy out. Whoa, susses, you see that scroll? Hey little guy, are you the carrier? Don't be silly, susses. Everyone knows it's the runner. You're confused, Colas. I'm pretty sure it's the envoy. No, you've misconstrued, susses. It's actually the emissary. Come on, Colas. I think I remember it being the courier. Seriously, susses, how about we agree on the message bearer? Can do, Colas. Want to test the message bearer's sportsmanship? I get it. I thought you'd never ask, susses. Let's see what you got, little guy. You get it? Colossuses? Colossuses? One of them never skips leg day, that's the joke. That's the only joke. Heck. I feel like I'm probably going to lose this initial battle because this is one of those fights that I am really not used to. Like, super not used to. Ass cheeks! Jesus. There was no need for that. Okay. Fudge. Yep, okay. Honestly, I'm surprised it took me that long to, you know, have another boss fight loss. It was only a matter of time, you fool! Worse than a thong-wearing rat. Ah! Yep. Just soak it in. This is a sprite that made it through quality assurance. That right there. Thank God. I mean, if nothing else, I can make sure that you have a miserable time. Actually, I think I've suddenly figured out this boss. Sussed it out, if you will. Cola sussed it out. Like, I feel like I'm seriously doing a way better job at it than I have in the past. Huh. What do you know? All of a sudden, the way to beat this boss, or to avoid some of these patterns, just kind of suddenly snapped for me. That's neat. Blink-a-dink-a-doo. Their number one mistake is they weren't kind to their mothers. They didn't drink their milk, fool. Concern it, Kolos. The postman packs quite a punch. Severely stated, Susses. We like you, little guy. What do you reckon, Kolos? He probably needs to reach the top of our mountain. Seems so, Susses. I say we help out. Confirmed, Kolos. Let's do it. No doubt. Thanks for the workout, little guy. Now don't move. This might sting a little. Wait, what? Ready, Kolos? Set, Susses. Hut! Well, I'm hungry now. Shall we snack, Kolos? I dissent, Susses. We promised not to eat until our power thistle was ready to be added to the pot. I forgot completely, Kolos. Surely its magical properties will make us even stronger. It will be succulent, Susses. It will be con carne, Kolos. Let's sit by the stew until the thistle is fully grown. You got punted like a bitch! That I did, Skeletor, that I did. Can't deny it. Yep. Alas, the illusion of, you know, being cool and all. I'm finally near the mountain summit. Looks like my adventure is about to come to an end. Clearly you haven't watched the trailer. Pardon? Never mind. Hey, it's cold and slippery out there. Be careful. Any stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. There once was a village settled in a land of ice and snow. Food was scarce, but not as much as heat. Their elders spoke of a lush grove, safe, abundant, and with comfortable weather to boot. The only problem was, that grove lay on the other side of a permanent hailstorm, which would take weeks to cross. One day, a brave couple left their young boy behind to attempt what the village called the trek. They would scout all the way to the grove and confirm its existence, then come back to the village and lead everyone to a better life. Like all who attempted the trek before them, they sadly, and predictably, never came back. Over the following decades, that boy grew up with the only one goal in mind, to take on the trek himself, and find his parents alive at the grove or dead in the ice. Figuring they may have simply been ill-prepared, he trained every day until he was 5 years older than his parents were when they left for the trek, then set off for his own attempt. The hailstorm's first bite wasn't as bad as he thought it would be, but the ice-cold soil slowly worked its way into his bones. After days of walking through the storm without realizing it was all just a metaphor playing out in his troubled young adult mind, he stumbled upon a, no pun intended, chilling sight. His parents, frozen solid in a block of ice. The shock was too strong. He remained there, cursing, pondering, and cursing again, until the cold took him to become a part of the ice block. The end. What? What do you mean, what? No moral, or at least a proper ending? Sometimes stories can be harsh. It might just be the very message they mean to convey about life. You need to think about what transpired and find your own takeaways. There are no wrong answers, as long as they ring true to you. Maybe, but this one really felt like a pointless story. And it just might be the case that for you it was. Or you could consider the implications of our adventurer being 5 years older than his parents when he found them. Can you imagine gazing upon those who were your protectors and mentors, realizing they are actually younger than you? Your bearers of truth, the wise ones, those you aspired to be like, a harsh reality indeed. You thought they knew it all, had it all figured out, that they were centered and filled with purpose. Yet there you stand, beholding the one pillar you ever took for granted and used for stability, physically crystallized, yet mentally shattered before your very eyes. Had they really found inner peace already when you knew them, meaning you're the one who missed the mark, or were they simply excellent actors? Food for thought, huh? Yes, that's enough. Remember, this is all subjective. I shared but one angle. I love that fucking guy. What I don't love is ice physics. However, fuck the ice physics. Also, fuck the ice physics. So, I don't suppose you guys would believe that there was input lag, would you? I mean, it could have happened. Theoretically. Yes. It was input lag because I lagged inputting the button presses. Are you familiar with the term pebcac? Because that was a definite pebcac. I don't like to admit it, but I'll be the first to admit it when that is definitely what happened. Ack. That was a waste of a shuriken. That was not. That was a good use of a shuriken. Really? I don't know why I'm surprised. I played the game before, I know what's up. I really need to get some health before I die. That'd be great! Please don't die me. Okay, whew, save point. The cabinet is up. Please don't touch the cabinet. I already told you, the cabinet is off limits. Believe me, you're not ready for what's in there. You think you can just barge into my lab and go through stuff like you own the place? There's no skeleton in there, I promise. Hey, don't touch. It's empty anyway. Don't make me lock it. Why don't you put that curiosity to good use in the outside world and maybe, I don't know, save humanity? If you touch that again, you'll have to sit through my boring story. I'm warning you, it's boring. It's philosophical. I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. This is your last warning. I will totally read through this entire thing again. You better make sure you have some time ahead of you if you're going to touch that again. Do it! Your users and watchers' times is worth nothing! Nothing! I am the inspiration for Rexton the Necromancer! Yeah! Should I touch the cabinet again? I'll do it. I'll totally do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. You asked for it. Don't say I didn't warn you. You know it gets pretty lonely out here, so I have lots of time to think. The one thing that keeps bugging me is this concept of happiness. Everyone seems to be looking for it, some pretend to have it, but no one can really explain what it is. Now, since I read this before, let's explore this in depth. Let's have a real, let's have a real discussion about this philosophical debate. I mean, I know DZ is still here. Wheatstone might be. I don't know. Anyone else want to weigh in on this? We can discuss this point by point. I think I finally cracked that code. You see, everyone has goals. So you think, oh, when I have this, I'll be happy, or when I achieve that, I'll feel eternal bliss. Okay, so pertaining to this, I mean, I'm not sure I completely agree with this, because for me, that sounds great. I wish you'd have recorded it. See, now for me, I don't want to feel eternal bliss. I mean, I don't think that when I achieve something I'll obtain it, or feel it, but eternal bliss is my ultimate goal. Like, I would love to feel eternal happiness. I think that's all anyone really wants. I mean, on a basic primal level. I may be way off base with that. But, you know, some people are looking for love or acceptance, while others simply hope Devolver will sign their kick-ass game. Now, this is a reference to Devolver Digital signing up lots of really kick-ass games, like, for instance, The Messenger. I think we can both agree that that's what this statement means. But I am open to discourse. From my perspective, sitting here at the end of time and being visited by countless travelers, I came to realize something very important. And sitting at the end of time, you would naturally have plenty of opportunities to look back in your life. And indeed, if you had eternal life, you could look back on the lives of others. You could basically do anything you wanted until you got bored. The question is, how long would it take you to get bored? Goals don't make people happy. They defer happiness into the future, to when the goal will be achieved. Let's think about this logically. I guess that's technically right, but can we say that that is necessarily a bad thing? In the comments, let me know, do you think that deferring happiness by achieving goals is necessarily a bad thing? This is all very philosophical, and we're enjoying the fruits of that philosophy now. This can only fail because once you reach your goal, you are not the same person you were when you set out to achieve it. And what's more, your mindset is to chase something instead of enjoying what you have. Ah, see, DZ? Now we're getting somewhere. Now, my question is, what kind of mindset do you have to be in to be the sort of person where you're not satisfied with just achieving simple goals? And what sort of person, you know, can just be content with achieving simple goals? What sort of person is not content and wants to constantly better themselves, and so on and so forth? It's a very interesting, you know, spectrum of thought. So there you have it. Happiness is not a goal or a state, it's a system. You optimize your environment and cherry-pick the people around you, so that every day you're just stoked to live your own life and you don't need to defer any joys because you optimize the present moment. Maybe not, DZ. It's all very mystical and thought-provoking. Now, I don't know whether that was cheesy or insightful or even just annoying, but I need to optimize my own life, and that implies that you stop trying to open my cabinet, so I really hope I bored you to death. And since we actually did all that in the last episode, but we didn't analyze it thing by thing, I am not going to do that again, BZ. I did that for DZ because he really wanted to go back into the cabinet, and DZ, how could anyone have their goal to wait until 12 p.m. to start drinking? Everyone knows that if you have to wait till a specific time to start drinking, that makes you an alcoholic. So you should just start drinking whenever you feel like it, whether it's 12 p.m. or 8 a.m. Priorities, my friend. Priorities. I'm floating back down to the bottom of the world here. I have goals in life. I just have huge doubts about whether I'll ever achieve any of them. Believe me, I have goals. They're just ridiculous goals that I will probably never achieve unless I get off my ass and actually try a lot harder. Which I could totally do. And by God, if I did that, I am 100% certain that I would achieve them. My 3 easiest goals. Alright. My 3 easiest goals. Goal 1. Get to the end of this level on this game before I pause for a break. Goal 2. Clean my CPAP machine by tomorrow afternoon. Goal 3. Let's see. Make a really delicious roux for my meat-based fajitas. See, I can do easy goals. Ah, crap. I'm gonna... Yep, there we go. Freaking ice, man. You hit that guy 3 times. Yeah, they're achievable. Crap. Meanwhile, the other problem is climbing up this mountain. I'm not worried about fighting you, Mr. Geese Arm Man. Ooh, look at me, I have a pole arm. Fuck you, buddy. Everybody has a pole arm these days. That doesn't mean you're any good at using it. I mean, you clearly are, because you just stabbed the shit out of me repeatedly, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. Whoops. We're getting there. We're eventually getting there. Any day now, we will have officially gotten there. Any info, my dude? Also, any... Hey, he's not there. You really thought it would be that easy? I told you already, the cabinet is off limits. Please stop. We're not doing a special edition of the cabinet rant. I mean it. Don't be that guy. You're being that guy. Fine, be that guy. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crazy how countdowns give the feeling something is about to happen, huh? But yeah, I got nothing. If you're hoping for something special, just give up the cabinet thing already. The cool stuff is up ahead. Did I ever tell you about the guy who stayed late on a Friday night and started writing optional dialogue to add comedic value for those who will bother looking? Imagine reading his ramblings. By the way, if you feel like the cabinet thing is overdone at this point, I agree, but it's totally on you for keeping trying to open it. Seriously, you can stop this right now. I mean it, you have the power. Only you can put an end to this optional bit. Which is good, because I got things to do. If I repeat the same thing 3 times, will you think I'm out of flavor text? We're done here. We're done here. We're done here. I can't believe you. Why won't you move on to something productive? Like maybe advancing the quest you're supposed to care about? I'm not gonna lie though, when the time comes, opening the cabinet will blow your mind. And I'm confident in saying this, even though I know you will be expecting a surprise. So how do you surprise someone who's expecting a surprise? With a meta plot twist, that's how. Now, if you want to know what it is, move on already. I promise it's the fastest way. You're not opening that until the script says you get to anyway. Okay, I'll start looping back to the beginning now. You really thought it would be that easy? I told you already, the cabinet is off limits. Please stop. Come on, that was a good trick. How are you still trying to open this? I thought you would give up when it looked like I was looping. If you keep doing that, you will have to sit through a boring tirade. It will be boring and philosophical, and I'll even remove your ability to skip what I'm saying. Fine, here's some insights from Jordan the Wise for you. Oh yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. See? It only took a buttload of prodding, and now we get more of the inner thoughts of the writers for the game. We get to learn a little bit more about them. Learn about their hopes and dreams, their insecurities, their fears. That's what I like. Life is going to come at you hard, so there are a few things you should know. Most important of all is realizing that you have something to offer the world. Ha! But in order to do that, you first need to sort yourself out. Lending your ear to the lessons contained in stories of old is not a bad place to start. You see, a human conscience grew in knowledge. It equally grew in arrogance. We seem to be at this point where the value of stories is lost on us all. Not really caring about morals anymore, we are simply looking to be entertained. But their power on our subconscious is by no means hindered by our intellectual pride. Stories send a clear message to our being, and when told properly can offer guidance in how to live our lives, impacting us in ways we sometimes don't even notice. In fact, recurring themes more often than not represent archetypes and contain lessons on how to or how not to behave. Consider dragons for a moment. Okay, fantasy stories always seem to have them hoarding treasure. Not coincidentally at all, 2 of the biggest innate fears of mammals are fire and reptiles. So dragons are really a metaphor representing that which you fear the most. Now, why would an immortal, fire-breathing reptile care to sleep on a pile of gold? The answer can be read between the lines. The treasure you seek is guarded by your greatest fear. Don't get me wrong, the pile of gold is as much a metaphor here as is the mighty beast that doesn't even exist. Find your dragon and slay it, then your treasure will be revealed. This is the wisdom storytellers of old were trying to convey, only they didn't have the scientific method, a framework by which to structure arguments, or even a high IQ audience. The lesson isn't any less important or relevant today, however. That which you most need to discover within yourself is hidden where you least want to look. Now ask yourself, why were you so curious about my cabinet? Are you a very conscientious person? Adamant on leaving no stones unturned? Or have you not mastered your insecurities, and the fear of missing out is what's really driving you at this moment? Maybe you were simply hoping to get a laugh out of some unexpected one-liner. Because I'll admit, we both know I could kill the mood right now and tell you about a depressed clown once attempted to lift his mood by eating bowls of confetti. What I'm getting at is, regardless of your motive here, you have clearly demonstrated curiosity and faith that the world holds surprises for those who take an honest look. While that can certainly be said about the world, it's even more true about your inner self. Now, whether that is scary, insightful, or encouraging depends entirely on how far you have made it on your personal growth journey. Life is made of exams, most of which will present themselves to you more than once. Betrayal, joy, illness, adventure, treason, cooperation, purpose, loneliness, warmth, loyalty. Indeed, just like stories of old and new, life is recurring themes when testing humans. The important part is not whether or not you pass each test, but that you show up, acknowledge your score, and ponder how it can inform who you should become. From there, everything is inside of you to help you find your own way. Who knows, the underlying meaning of the messenger story might even hit you eventually. But for now, let's get back to your adventure. Are you satisfied, DZ? We touched the cabinet. The cabinet hath been touched. Touch it more? Now you're just being unreasonable. Oh, he made it. Does this mean we can do the thing? Keep your hood on, Shorty. He still needs to pass the final test. But I want to do the thing. Now, we need to see how attuned to the scroll he really is. Great. Take it away, Prophet. Welcome, messenger. Please hold the scroll aloft so that the prophecy might be fulfilled. See? I told you he was slow. Yeah, you weren't kidding. Please hold the scroll higher than that so that the prophecy might be fulfilled. Shit, yeah! He made it? Of all would-be messengers, him? Please pull this off. I really want to do the thing. A gauntlet awaits you, messenger. Should you survive, find us at the top of the Tower of Time. Yeah. And with that, we have a tower to climb. The tower that we climb as a metaphor for the things we do in life where we, do challenges and whatnot. So, I'm going to stop this episode here, and when we come back, we will climb the Tower of Time. So until then, thank you all very much for watching. This has been your old pal, Russer. Yeah, that is indeed what she said. Take a drink.